Hi there, welcome back to Miss Johnson's ELA Mini Lesson. This is Mini Lesson number 16, and we're going to continue on with our reading of the tropical rainbow. And as we're reading, we're going to be looking for key details and then determining the main idea. So we're going to quickly go over the main idea again. Say hi, Danny. And then we'll kind of figure out what the main idea is for different paragraphs. So let's go. Make sure you have your homeschool work packet as well. Let's go. Quick refresher, we do this every time we read a new text. We either write a summary or write a main idea. A main idea is usually for informational text. So what we're doing is trying to find the most important idea about a topic. It is the big idea, and the question you typically ask yourself is, what is the text mostly about? Or what are the paragraphs mostly about? So when we're looking at each of the paragraphs, we're looking for this part right here of our stool. We're looking for what the text is mostly about. All the details lead up into the main idea. So each detail supports the main idea, as key details being who, what, when, why, how, and where. But what we do is we create kind of one statement or one sentence of what the text is mostly about for each of the paragraphs that we're working on. So how this is going to go today is I'm going to read each of the paragraphs out loud to you, and then I would like you to write down 3 to 4 key details for each of the paragraphs, and then I want you to come up with the main idea today. So you're going to kind of focus on what you think the most important part is for the main idea. So what I'm only going to do is read the article aloud, and then you're going to do the rest. So here we go. Go ahead and turn to this page in your homeschool log, and we're going to read the directions. It says, read the second half of the tropical rain belt and annotate key details, list the key details, and determine the main idea of each of the paragraphs. So we're going to look at paragraphs 8, 9, 10 through 14, and then 15 through 18. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come up with the main idea. So I will just read them out loud. Here we go. Also, as I'm reading out loud, what I want you to do is always have a pen with you so you can underline, circle, highlight any of the key details that you think are important, because you will be adding them to your graphic organizer. So make sure you have something to underline, circle, and highlight. Go. All right, so we need to turn to paragraphs 8 and 9, which is on page 26. All right, here we go. One prime example of the effects of the itch can be witnessed in Nigeria because of its location near north of the equator. Nigeria's climate was hot and wet conditions. These are due to the improvement of the itch north and south of the equator. This can be seen in the monthly rainfall for 2 cities, Kanu and Lagos, separated by 800 kilometers, 500 miles. When the itch is to the south of the equator, the northeast winds prevail over Nigeria. This produces the dry season conditions. When the itch moves into the northern hemisphere, the northwest winds prevail. This wind pushes far inland to bring rainfall during the wet season. The result is that there is a prolonged rainy season in the far south of Nigeria. On the other hand, the far north undergoes long dry periods each year. Nigeria, therefore, has 2 major seasons, the dry season and the wet season. The lengths of the dry season and wet season vary from north to south. Okay, so what I would like you to do first is go back and add down 4 key details for the paragraphs 8 and 9 that you learned about today. Go. All right, and now we're going to get into the main idea. I would like to focus your attention on the main idea by pointing out this strategy. It says, read the last sentence. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the last sentence on paragraph 9. I'm going to focus your attention to that because I think I found the main idea. The last couple of sentences says, Nigeria therefore has 2 major seasons, the dry season and the wet season. The lengths of the dry season and wet season vary from north to south. All right, now what you need to do is go write the main idea on your graphic organizer. Go. All right, so turn your magazine over to page 27. We're going to read paragraphs 10 through 14 all on this page. Here we go. In southern Nigeria, Lagos averages 1,740 millimeters 68.5 inches of rain annually. There are 4 observed seasons. The long rainy season starts on March and lasts at the end of July. It peaks in June over most parts of southern Nigeria. The short dry season is in August and lasts 3 to 4 weeks. This is due to the itch moving to the north of the region. The short rainy season follows the brief dry period in August. It lasts from early September to mid-October. It peaks at the end of September. The rains are not usually as heavy as those in the long rainy season. The long dry season starts from late October and lasts to early March. It peaks between early December and late February. Vegetation growth is generally hampered. Grass is dry and leaves fall from trees due to reduced moisture. Okay, so as you were reading, you should have been underlining, circling any key details. Go write down 4 key details for paragraphs 10 through 14. Go. All right, I'm going to also kind of hint you at the main idea. One of the parts that you can do is look at subheads or subheadings. There's no subheadings here, but there is a photograph that kind of connects to these paragraphs. Looking at the photograph, or it's like a graph, right? Not a photograph, a graph. Looking at the graph, it says average monthly rainfall. So what is paragraphs 10 through 14 mostly about? Go write the main idea now. Go. All right, and then we're going to finish up this reading by reading paragraphs 15 through 18, so turn to page 28, and here we go. The northern Nigeria canoe averages 825 millimeters, 32.5 inches of rainfall per year. There are only 2 observed seasons in this region. It is because the itch only moves into the region once a year. The long dry season lasts from October to mid-May, with the itch in the southern hemisphere. The northeast winds over the Sahara prevail over the country. This brings dry conditions. This is the period of little or no cloud cover. Page 29. The short rainy season covers a relatively brief period from June to September. Both the number of rainy days and total annual rainfall decrease from the south to the north. The rains are heavy and short and frequent. This results in flash floods. Nigeria is just one nation along the equator that experiences major climate differences from region to region. These differences in climate may also affect plants and wildlife. They are also how people live. All right, so as you're reading, identify key details. Go write down 4 key details in your graphic organizer. Go. And you should have written down key details. Now you need to write the main idea. So what is the text mostly about on these 2 pages? Go write that down now. Go. All right, to help you out with the main ideas, here are some kind of answers for the main idea to kind of check your work. Here we go. For paragraphs 8 and 9, the main idea statement that I would use is, in Nigeria, the itch causes prolonged dry and rainy seasons. So there's long dry seasons and long rainy seasons in Nigeria. There you go. There's 8 and 9. 10 through 14, in Lagos, which is the focus of those paragraphs, the short rainy seasons happen when the itch moves south, where the short dry seasons are caused by the itch moving north of the region. So in Lagos, it has short rainy seasons and is mostly dry. That's the main idea statement there. For paragraphs 15 through 18, here is the main idea statement. It is talking about canoe. The itch in the southern hemisphere causes long dry seasons and short rainy seasons. So describing the canoe weather patterns because of the itch. Those are kind of your main ideas that you can take. Go ahead and write those down. You're welcome. And finally, we're going to read the question on the bottom. It says, this question has 2 parts. First, answer part A, then answer part B. Which sentence best states the main idea of paragraphs 8 and 9? You know what I would do? Go back and read 8 and 9. Go. Did you do it? Pause this video. Go do it. Did you do it? I would do it. Okay. After part A, it says part B. Circle all of the key details that support the main idea in part A. Okay, go answer the question on the bottom. Please make sure you log it in your homeschool log. Go. All right, and that is it. Hope you liked it. Hoped it helped. I know this one was kind of more along the lines of you doing it, but I believe that you can do it, and I got to help you out a little bit. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.